Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe has likely been a massive disappointment for Disney and for Kevin Feige, with so many box office failures, with so many Disney Plus series that are incredibly underwhelming and forgettable. And even with a week to go until the release of Doctor Strange 2, The Multiverse of Madness, there's been some bad PR associated with that as well, with so many countries refusing to air it because of the identity politics that are involved in this movie. And the one bright spot, the one shining, glowing thing that the MCU has had wasn't even a Disney production, it was a Sony production with Spider-Man No Way Home. But it looks like one of the people that was very important to that movie being so successful will not be returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Director Jon Watts exits Marvel's Fantastic Four. Watts helmed the massively successful Spider-Man trilogy for Sony Pictures and Marvel Studios, of course including No Way Home, which made something like $1.8 billion at the box office. The only thing that has saved MCU Phase 4 at this point, because when you look at Eternals, when you look at Shang-Chi, when you look at Black Widow, all of those were financial disappointments, and some of them were even financial disasters. And with Disney in general under so much criticism for so many different things, this isn't the kind of thing they probably wanted out there, and they did their best job to spin it. Marvel's Fantastic Four movie just lost its director. Director Jon Watts' involvements in Marvel's wildly successful Spider-Man movies from the past few years made Kevin Feige's announcement that Watts would be helming the Fantastic Four movie make a bit more sense. But it seems now that plans for Marvel's first family return to the big screen have hit a snag. Deadline reports that Jon Watts has amicably walked away from the upcoming Fantastic Four movie out of a very understanding desire to take a well-deserved break from making superhero movies. It's weird that you need so much of a break, yet you had no problem agreeing to direct it in the first place, but now you need a break. I have some thoughts about this, which I'll get to in a second. Kevin Feige says, "We were looking forward to continuing our work with him to bring the Fantastic Four into the MCU, but understand and are supportive of his reasons for stepping away. We're optimistic we have the opportunity to work together again at some point down the road." Now, that may be true, but personally, this is what I think. I think that Fantastic Four is going to be woke garbage. I think that there's no way, and I've said it before, there's no way that the Fantastic Four, a superhero team featuring 4 straight white people, there's no way it exists in that format in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. No way, no how. It's likely going to be heavily laden with identity politics, and knowing that these directors don't have a ton of creative freedom, maybe Jon Watts was just done with that. Maybe he wanted no part to do with that because maybe he feels it will be a disaster. And speaking of another disaster, this news came out on the very same day. The Marvels, Captain Marvel sequel delayed till summer 2023. This is, of course, the sequel to Captain Marvel, Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, which nobody wanted, which nobody asked for, and which after it was in theaters, everyone completely forgot about. There is no interest for this movie. In fact, originally, it was supposed to be a standalone Captain Marvel sequel, and it was supposed to be released in July of this year. And since that time, not only has it been delayed 2 different times now, it's been completely rewritten to feature not just Brie Larson, but also Kamala Khan and Monica Rambeau, because they know that nobody wants just a Brie Larson movie. So randomly, out of the blue, that gets delayed till July of 2023. That's over a year away. This movie should have been done filming months and months and months ago. So what exactly is going on? In a surprise Friday afternoon news drop, because they wanted people to forget about it quickly, Marvel Studios and Walt Disney have announced a change to their 2023 release calendar. The sequel to Captain Marvel, which will feature a few other Marvel heroes like Kamala Khan and Monica Rambeau, was previously scheduled to arrive on February 17th, 2023, has now been moved back to July 28th. So what is going on with Phase 4 of the MCU? We know that Doctor Strange had significant reshoots, likely to add just a bunch of cameos because that's all that people think they want. We also know it's going to be heavily focused on identity politics. Now you have news that the guy who's done the most successful thing for you in the last few years, is gone, wants no part of creating this Fantastic Four franchise for you in the MCU. And now we have yet another delay of a project that's had a ton of problems. Personally, I love it hearing that Marvel's having some internal problems going on. They dropped all this news Friday afternoon, hoping that it would be swept under the rug, but we're not gonna let that happen. We're gonna keep talking about it. What do you guys think this means? Are there some problems going on there since Phase 4 has basically been a disaster with the exception of one singular movie? Let me know in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.